Welcome back again to Chimps Mode, where we're going to attempt the challenge using only the primary monkeys over here, not even the hero allowed. With some exceptions, because the theme of this challenge is going to be ability cooldown based, thanks to a little change they made to the primary expertise. As you see, this ability reduces the ability cooldown for primary monkeys, which has been increased this update from 20 to 25%, and the primary mentoring 10 to 15. So I was thinking, if we allow this with the addition of the Energizer, just how crazy can the cooldowns of the primary monkeys get? Those rules should be simple enough, so that said, let's get this party started with a boomerang, which I guess we can easily turn into a permacharge later. Maybe with enough cooldown reduction, the permacharge can truly be a permacharge. I know without CDR reduction, the permacharge is like half uptime. Yes, I said that intentionally. But let's do the math now with the Energizer and the primary expertise. So, the Energizer is a 20% ability cooldown reduction. The Village now is 25%. Add the two together, and in theory, it sounds like 45%, but it's actually multiplicative, so if I'm running the numbers, then down at 0.8 cooldown, and then 0.75 is actually 0.6, so 40% CDR. Prior to this update, it would just be 0.8 times 0.8, so 36% cooldown reduction. I guess we could say in other words, like, a bit more than 10% CDR now. So yes, while the change is overall pretty minor, I think now is a perfect time to strike with this sort of challenge, and I think I'm going to try to get some merchant support for around 24 camo, so I don't have to get, like, D-camo or anything else. Or force myself to get upgrades right now that would have to be upgraded to camo. Guess you can probably get a village down first. Just one village, actually. I think a second one would be a little bit too much space-wise now. As much as I really want to go for this, you guys know how much I love it. I love it more than anything else in the world. Like, actually, I just can't do it. I need to get a radar scanner, because I just realized that the placement where my sub is only decamo stuff, like, really far back in the track. So when, say, a DDT or a balloon gets, a cam balloon gets here, sorry about that, over here, sorry, my drawing of circles is really bad, then this won't be able to hit that camo unless I gave it a camo village, which I currently do now. Plus, the more you think about it, because the primary expertise gives you free tier 2 upgrades, then technically you're only saving on discounts for specifically the tier 0 base upgrade, the tower you drop down, and the tier 3 upgrades, which are usually the most expensive, but yeah. Because of the free tier 1s and 2s, that just makes it even more worthwhile to go for camo over the discount when they're not truly as efficient. Now, unfortunately, I don't think I have the money for turbocharger, do I? No, I think I can cool it off in time for around 40, so let's try that. Unless the, what do you call it, regrow rainbow stuff, anything to say about it? Yeah, I might lack the damage here. Oh, so close. So close. Isn't it kind of crazy that, basically, this thing is soloing up to around 40? Pretty cool stuff coming from the boomerang. I think it's actually better to switch it to a right-hand boomerang for the exit here. And come on. Nice, a redo, and the round is clean. Awesome. We can continue basically soloing with the turbocharge then. Nice. I really should get another tower at this point, and yep, these cerams call for it. Let's get our ice shards down now, and I guess it's a good time to go for embrittlement. I haven't capped the amount of rounds for this challenge here, so yes, we're gonna see how long this can last even into deep free play. Around 100 is not the goal. I think this layout is capable of way more than that. Anyway, let's get our P mentoring now, and yeah, we should probably try to find the cheapest defense to get us to the primary expertise in time. For the meantime, can we beat Moabs with just this and this? The answer would be yeah, but it's still kinda sus, especially if the ice shards misses stuff, which it does pretty often. It's not the greatest spot for early to mid because it, you know, doesn't have like a curve, but this is a really good spot for Super Battle come late game. So much coverage on like 3 different parts of the track, and late game you want coverage on the plus damage ability more than, you know, utilizing the ice shards itself. Now, I suppose if we're still struggling, we can probably just start dropping our Dart Monkey army. By that, I mean like 0-1-1 darts, because they are free with P mentoring. Just don't upgrade it to a tier 2 or above just yet to save money when we do get the expertise. But this is basically free damage. And another, you know, projectile that can proc ice shards, so that we don't have to rely on the boomerang the entire time. But it looks like those Dart Monkeys helped. It allowed us to survive long enough to get another turbocharge ability. Now we are only 7k off. And there we have it. expertise has been afforded. Now, this does give a giant ballista attack, so our DPS is no longer focused on primaries, but this is for the long haul. And so our quest for perma ability on every primary monkey begins. Let's get, I guess, Energizer next. In the meantime, upgrade these to tier 2, because we're going to need it for the fan club anyway. Speaking of which, yeah, Plasma Fan Club plus Super Brittle is probably our single strongest combo for, like, mob DPS come late game on primaries. You might be shocked to find out that no, it's not attack shooters, especially since now we have, well, yeah, 40% CDR on the ability. It should pull ahead of the attack. And even if you don't take into account the cooldown reduction, it probably would still be really close, because I'm pretty sure, like, even against bosses, I've seen people using Plasma Fan Club over, like, attack shooter in terms of int skilling, which you would think the attack has an advantage, because you can just plop the attack under the boss, and then every single attack hits, yet even with that, an ability with the Plasma Fan Club active, plus all the damage givers, like, can indeed pull ahead. I think most people know how good Plasma Fan Club is, it's just people don't want to use it because it is an ability, and when you don't have it active, it's awful. So a lot of people don't like the planning when it comes to working around the ability, and I understand that. Anyway, guess we can take a look now that we got both the Energizer and the expertise. How long does a tier 4 last? I think before, no CDR, it'd be like 25-30% uptime, but right now, closer to 45%. And indeed, I don't want to get a Plasma Fan Club right now and have to rely on that when my only line defense is the expertise, so let's get at least the permacharge first. For general, consistent DPS, and then we can go for the big burst in time for, hopefully around 100 or so. There we have it. Let's use the ability now, and let's take a look. How long does that boomerang shoot for? It seems like, let's see that again, I think it was about 75% or so. Which again is an upgrade from without any CER. I guess it wasn't 50% originally, because right now it's actually less than 75. I would say closer to like 2/3. If I sound a little disappointed, that's because I am, because I thought like it'd actually be closer or have a bit more uptime. Either way, 67% is still really, really good, especially when the ability makes it, I don't know, 2 to 3 times stronger. Also, I guess never mind what I said earlier about like the camo thing in terms of cross-pathing, because even if I went Discount Village, then I'd still have D-camo before this in the form of the Super Brittle, which, sure, why don't we get it now for the funsies? Now that's plus 5 damage to every single thing that it hits, so that makes our Darmuggies do like 6 damage right now, despite hardly being upgraded. I think all of them should at least just be triple shard. They do get attack speed when you transform them into Fan Club. Also, from round 6, like, I've already been using the boomerang with left hand, just because it seems to work better, at least when balloons are in the first bend. Once they get to the backside, I think it's better to turn it into the right hand. Alright, so we currently have about 400 DPS without the ability active. Now with it active, well, looks to be about indeed double. Is this enough, though, or should I just buy Fan Club now, right? I'll buy a Fan Club now, because it seems like it would be nice to have it, just to clean up the backside here. There's 100 rounds with primary abilities, but there's more to come. First of all, we can get another +1 damage buff with Embrittlement because it does stack with the Brittle. And I think just for reliability reasons, I'll have at least 2 Fan Clubs active. I think with all the CDR we have, it's ideal to get 3 of them. I think 3 of them would pretty much guarantee you full uptime. But even with 2 of them right now, I think it's pretty high. Well, let's take a look for ourselves. This is gonna time out right about... Wait for it. Wait for it now. Activate it again. Oh, wow. Seems like 2 of them are actually full uptime. It's definitely better than I thought. Now we're going to try to save the 20 extra K for the Plasma Fan Club, although that might be hard to do right now because I still have not got any utility. Primary Monkey is actually pretty good for utility. We got the Ice and Glue for slowdown for Moabs, but what? I'm not sure, but it seems like I'm going to need to get at least 1 thing to slow down. Fine, how about a simple Relentless to do the job? Additionally, I guess I should just get 10 Darmuggies first to get a max Fan Club. Right now we are currently at 8. Money might be pretty tight, so I'm just going to save the 45 on the 3 of them for now. Should be enough to get us over the edge for the next couple rounds here. I would say right now it's the Relentless doing most of the gear work. I probably will, if I need like more consistent stuns, then I think Super Glue is definitely the way to go. It is the cheapest out of all the non-ability stalls, and you won't remember the day, or back in the day, when Impale was go-to choice over the Super Glue. But that, sadly, is no longer the case, and oh boy, hopefully I don't need to buy more here, because we are getting overwhelmed. I think I'm dead. Got my ability off. Got another fan club, but there's no way. I'm gonna change this to right hand now because it looks tight. Come on. Last bit, nice. That was scary, but we got fan club now. Epic. And now let's check the ability uptime of the Plasma Fan Club. I don't recall off the top of my head if it's the same ability uptime as the Plasma Fan Club, but looking at like the uptime of how that went, I think the answer is yeah. It's a bit over 50% now. I would guess like 55%. Do you see what I mean though? The Plasma Fan Club is disgusting. Just watch this. Ability now. And watch those UMGs get shredded to bits. Completely annihilated. Okay, that wasn't quite the greatest showcase of it. I think it's mostly because the ZMGs were like away from the Esprit during that time. But trust me, that right there is pretty good stuff. We'll save the ability right for when I guess it covers... No, just go now. Just get it early. I didn't even finish getting all 20 Dart Monkeys up, so you could imagine just how much faster it would be in killing those bats. As if it wasn't already fast enough. Damn. One ability there, wiped out the entire HP. Fan Club, 80%. The only negative thing I have to say with the Fan Club is that it's so, like, space inefficient that I don't have much space for, like, Fan Club towers after I finish off my 20 of them. Right now I'm at 19, I think. Suppose the last one could be somewhere, like, here, and we'll stop building Dart Monkeys. I could build more because, technically, they changed it a bit ago, I think a while ago, where if you activate the Fan Club multiple times, then you can get more than just 10 of them. Before, it'd always be capped at 10. But now I can build like 5 fan clubs, use it at once, and if there's 50 Dart Monkeys on the screen, then all of them will turn into like Super Monkeys, which is pretty cool. But I don't know if I want to go that hardcore, like in this run here, especially since there's still a lot of other monkeys that I want to drop down. Like for one, we haven't even got Gluestorm yet. How about we get that down now? In case you missed the patch notes, they also buffed this so that the top crosspath is actually more desirable, especially if you have cooldown reduction. Now this is a +3 damage buff, but let me first see, with the 45, or rather 40% CDR, does the Gluestorm give full uptime on its plus damage? It seems like, given the DTs are coming in glued, close to, and so if that's the case, that's great. Now we don't need to get like a glue strike to cover the uptime, because before, that's what we have to do. Or rather, I guess before this update, what we would do is just go 052 for close to full uptime. Anyway, if the balloon is getting hit by Gluestorm, Super Brittle, and Abrunamit, that is +3, +4, +9 damage. So therefore, a 1 damage dart is indeed doing 10 times the damage. And that's why fan clubs, ladies and gents, are so disgusting. I think at this point, get a consistent stunner. Super Glue should help us tons. Although if I'm looking at that, I don't know if that was the right choice. Sometimes glue stacking has the issue where if you currently have a mob class balloon like Gluestormed, then like Super Glue hitting it won't actually stun the balloon. So that actually makes it a less desirable stall than even Impale, I'd say, for this situation. But since I already got Relentless down, might as well go with it. Now, if we had a bit more of a budget, I probably would have ended up getting Bloon Crush, but that's okay. We can spend the money we saved on not getting Bloon Crush instead on more fan clubs. I think I really just need 2 of them. Basically, during the downtime, press it twice, and then now, as you see, all Dart Monkeys here have transformed. So now the downtime of the Plasma isn't so bad, is it? Like, we have Super Monkey Fan Club strength during 45% of the time. But for the other 55, absolute annihilation. And I recall in a lot of my Chimps challenges, we died to 140, but we are looking very healthy at this point. That the F-Bat should pop really quickly. Do you want to watch a Scarab disappear? Well, do I have the monkeys for you? That actually might not have been great timing. A lot of time I wasn't attacking, but it's already down 80%. The Super Monkey Fan Club should take us the rest of the way. See? Easy. And now this to end that off. Nice. I have decided for myself, let's get another ability. Bomb Shitter over here with bottom half of range, Mobile Limb. The only thing stopping us from a victory and lose screen this late in the game is mostly bads. You think we're fine against DTs, but if I really want to be fine, I should have gotten Bloon Crush. I think I'm gonna regret, like, not spending extra 20k in terms of deep free play. Super is just not the same, guys, and you see here, look at those DTs just run on by. I mean, I guess like, the same thing could still kind of happen because we don't have the overclock ability on like a Bloon Crush. I don't have the numbers with me right now, but I swear, like, the ability radius of the projectile is a bit bigger on the Bloon Crush, so it's more consistent in terms of catching DDTs. I don't know, I just find them very leak prone. There's the Elim now. I want to take a look how quickly the ability cools off. 1 second, 2, 3 Mississippi, 4, 5, 6 seconds, basically. That, my friends, is 4,500 damage on the most important balloon every 6 seconds, which you extrapolate 45k damage per minute, albeit only on one target. Still pretty good, and of course, better than nothing. Now, only to wait for a bat now to show up so we can use it. Come on. Alright, here we have it. 2 bats, in fact, 3. Uh-oh. That doesn't make it very good for the Elim then. But number 1 does pop really early. Number 2 will fall, so long as we just keep on spamming that ability. And we're gonna get a fan club up very soon too, which is gonna nuke the rest of the HP. Nice. I'd say we have at least 20 more rounds in us. But of course, that's gonna be highly dependent on us targeting or timing our abilities right. I feel like since, yeah, those DTs are so scary. Like, the Super Glue barely catches them. I'm thinking we can get the Ice Tower, middle path, absolute 0. Like, it seems like the bad DPS is there. We just need stuff to catch the insides. Let's go for it, at least. 240 to start. See that? Yeah. Ooh, we're 12k short of the absolute 0. That's gonna be sus. Well, hopefully I didn't say GG too soon. Well, first, let's start off with the Plasma and the Glue Storm. Keep on spamming the ability. But man, we did so well last round, and there were only three of them, yeah. I think the issue is that these bats came in during the round with the balloon, so it, like, the Plasma Fan Club actually got Pierce capped. That's my guess. The thing is, if I use my, my Snowstorm right now, I shouldn't have used it. Super Glue caught it. But, like, if I did save it, I still wouldn't have, I only have one ability up. Super Glue came in clutch there, come on. Oh my god, last bat, okay, it's doable. Although, given how that looked, there's no way we're gonna get another 20 rounds, so I take that back immediately. Okay, be very careful this time on using the Snowstorm. Only when I see, like, DTs not get slowed down. Like there. Oh, man. No, we caught it. But we caught the last one, too, so nice. 153 is a success. And maybe we can last long enough for absolute 0. Well, DT say no to that. Oh, are we dead already? Uh-oh. What appears to be the issue here? Well, it seems like it's always just FTT every single time. Every single time, but we can't catch it. Even using an Elim shot doesn't work, so that FTT is way more than 5k HP. Okay, try again, and somehow this time it worked. Alright, game. You do you. I'll take it, though. Since getting absolute 0, it has been a godsend. However, absolute 0 doesn't give us more bad DPS, and it looks like we are falling too far behind this round. I think I could probably freeze the remaining bads or GDTs, but yeah. Still pretty far off from beating the second one. Let's see if we can do that one more time. I want to say, though, if you take a look at the absolute 0 ability cooldown, the fact that it comes up this quickly, it means the bads, like, or rather the ZMGs coming in, are basically a perma-stun. There's like 2 seconds where they move forward. They have a chance to. But yeah, as you see, if not for the 2 bats this round, things would be looking a lot cooler. Unfortunately, I think we're going to meet the same fate, aren't we? And with $6,000, there's no way there's enough money to buy anything. If we can beat the first one, that'd be great. Oh, that was a nice clutch. But no way, this is so far off from number 2. And so I guess that does it. Round 158 with primary only, quote-unquote, with 2 exceptions. Just the ones to help the primary ability cooldowns. For no hero especially, I'd say we made it a pretty deep amount. Taking a look at the total pop count at the end, 7.6 million on our boomerang here, and millions on each Dart Monkey, which should, I hope, show you the power of the Super Monkey Fan Club, Plasma Monkey Fan Club, if that was flying under your radar. It certainly wasn't under my radar, but it was fun to pull it out again. And again, thank you for watching, click here for more, and see you later.